Hello YouTube, this is a quick response video to Emily Graisley's video on the Brain Scoop entitled something along the lines of Where My Girl's At, discussing the lack of women in science communication, and obviously that's not like a thing that is only in STEM, but it's something that particularly strikes home to me because I am in a program right now that is teaching how to be a better science communicator. And I would say about 80% of my course mates are female. So obviously there are girls who want to get into science communication, maybe not necessarily on YouTube, maybe that I don't even really know that anyone else in my program has quite the interest in YouTube that I do. But there are clearly a lot of women out there who want to talk about science in the public forum and want to kind of be the translators between science and people, and just communicating well. And so I just wanted to kind of talk about some points that Emily made and then some points that kind of I have thoughts of. So basically she was talking about hate comments and troll comments and comments on appearance, and I would really like to do an analysis, and maybe I will for my final project for this course, about what percentage what percentage of comments on a female content creator for science in particular, I could do a couple different channels, what percentage of that are troll comments, and then what percentage of those are comments based solely on I'd fuck her, or I'd do her, or wow, she looks like shit, I don't want to be watching this, or oh my god, she's so ugly, or oh, she could be pretty if she just did a little bit something. Like, those comments are ridiculous, and I know that they happen all over YouTube, and it's not just a thing for female science communicators, it's about all of the YouTubers who are female content creators that have these kind of problems, and they all comment on them, but I very rarely see anything commenting on the male side of that, so I think it must be something that is an issue that women on YouTube deal with. So that's kind of my first thought, is that I think Emily is very right in how she's addressing and talking about, and I think that really is a big discouragement to women, and probably more of a big discouragement to women than men, because women get told, I think in general, if you see something that is contrary to this, in general, that they are less capable of things more often, and so they're more likely to react in a way that if they get a couple negative things, they're going to shut down. And obviously male content creators and male science presenters and all those kind of things get shut down also, but I think they get shut down in kind of a different way. I could be wrong. Anyway, those are just kind of my thoughts on it. And some people could say, well, why don't you close the comments on your videos so you don't have to see those anymore, or just ignore them, that kind of stuff. Well, closing comments, I think, ends discussion, and that's one of the great things about YouTube, is the whole discussion thing. Like, YouTube is about being part of a discussion and about communicating with other people who have similar interests to you and that kind of thing. And I think closing comments is really an issue, and obviously people have a strong opinion about the comments, as we've seen with the whole Google Plus integration failure, and just what that outcry has done, and just it's not working as well as it could be. And so clearly comments are an important part of the life of a video, and what makes something a successful video, or what makes something a video that's good content. And so I think it's a lot easier for women to get discouraged about, as Emily says, making good content and making stuff that's really worthwhile to watch, if the entire time all anyone's going to be thinking about is the appearance. And so I was trying to think of people, when Emily questioned in her video, people who were female science content creators on YouTube, and the STEM content creators on YouTube. And literally the two people that she talked about are the two people that I thought of in my head immediately. It's Brain Scoop and Vi-Heart. Like, there aren't other ones that are well known, and I don't think that that's because there's women who aren't making stuff. It's just, it's not being accepted in the same way, or maybe part of how a YouTube video does well in sciences is Reddit type stuff, and maybe that's a little less friendly towards women. I don't know. I mean, obviously Reddit is a website that is primarily geared towards guys, or I think the primary users of Reddit would be guys. So I don't know. That's just kind of a thought. But also I had a thought about, like, why are men considered the more credible or followed or liked STEM content creators? Because it's not like it's just YouTube. Like, if you think about the big science people that were people that might have inspired you as a kid to go into science, you've got Bill Nye the Science Guy, Carl Sagan, Neil deGrasse Tyson, oh my goodness, I know there's a bunch of other ones that I just can't think of right now, but for the vast majority of them, they're guys. And I was trying to think about who would be women presenters, and I can't think of any women presenters, and the best, like, example of a STEM person wasn't even a person that was a girl, a STEM, like, female presenter, and it was Miss Frizzle from Magic School Bus, which, don't get me wrong, is, like, the most amazing show ever, but she's not, like, actually a woman. She's a female character, and she's a very good character, and I like her very much, but she's not actually, like, the same kind of, I think, genre as Neil deGrasse Tyson or Carl Sagan or any of them. That was also kind of drying, and I actually went to the Royal Society's presentation of basically the best science communication book of the past year. I don't know if it was published over the course of 2012 or what, but basically it was the top 6 books of like 50 that have been published in the year, and all 6 of the people who were up there were men. So I don't know if it's just that all of the stuff that was published, like, written by men, or if it's just they have more credibility, or if they have a different way of speaking that is more accepted. But yeah, basically I'm just saying that it's really frustrating. As someone who wants to be a science content creator and wants to get into things, I can see a lot of negative comments being really disheartening, and I just can see a lot of reasons why it's frustrating, and just see that there seem to be more triggers stacked against women towards stopping. Yeah, so I don't know if there's, like, a sense that men just create more content and that's why it gets watched more, or if people who are creating science content think that most of their viewers are men, or if most of the people who are watching these videos are men and they just want to watch guys. Like, I can understand playing a video game, I want to play a girl character, I don't want to play a guy character, and I'm sure that's not true of all guys, but a lot of guys you will talk to want to play a guy character because you can relate to them better. So, I don't know, I just had a lot of thoughts that have been kind of mulling around in my head about this, and I wanted to kind of get them out there. And if you follow Rosianna on YouTube, or if you follow Emily, or any of those people, I think really the point that they make is to, one, as a female creator, just as a female creator, be aware that some people in the comments are going to be stupid, and, like, you have to deal with that. And also, as a female creator, try to support fellow female creators. I think there's kind of a sense of, and again, this is not true of everything, but I think there's kind of a sense of girls are more likely to bash on themselves than they are to bash on guys. And so instead of that, trying to just foster and I think the community on YouTube is quite good about this, about fostering, just communicating with each other and supporting each other and watching each other's videos and that kind of commenting positively on that. I think there's a lot to be said about that, and I think a lot of that is going on. Yeah, so basically, I have been motivated by this, and I hope to be motivating some of my fellow course mates to make some really good content, I hope, because I think that would be really cool. But also, just, like, you know, I just kind of wanted to get my thoughts out there about this, because I think it is an issue, and, like, I think there are other issues that are in the world and that are plaguing all different kinds of content creators, but I think women are more likely to have to deal with creepy stalker people. Just gonna put that out there. I think that happens more often. But if you have any statistics against this or biases, or clearly I'm biased in talking about this as I am a female science communicator, I just kind of, what are your thoughts? Tell me in the comments, tell me on Facebook if you're watching this on Facebook. What do you think? What do you think are ways to kind of combat this? What do you think are things that we can do to support women? Just like everything. Alright, bye!